What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's happening? What's happening? You know how we get down. You either get right or you get left. Hey, man, we're in the building. It's the preseason. We're finally here, Falcon fans. We got a lot we got to get to before this preseason starts. As you can see, we literally have our answer for James Pierce Jr. at this point. 8 games he's going to be suspended for. He's going to miss the Tampa Bay game, unfortunately. But guess what? He's going to be around for the important, crucial half of the season when those last 9 games are around. So again, the Falcons have a chance to really do something big this season. I'll probably, like I said, we'll get back to the JPJ talk once we get a couple of more folks in here today. But man, how exciting is this? We're back. Preseason is here. It didn't even feel like we had a real summer. Everything went by. It's time for the Falcons to get back to work. Now, we're really not going to see too many of the starters tonight. We'll probably see a few, but for the most part, it's going to be a lot of guys trying to fight to get onto the team right now and really put themselves in position to really earn a job at this point. And right now, this is one of the best things that could happen to the Falcons at this point. Preseason football. Let's get the nerves out. Let's get these guys moving. Let's get them back into football shape. And the best part about this whole thing is this. Kevin Stefanski has went old school when it comes to tackling. He's pretty much put these guys in position to practice hard as well as try to get the practice habits onto the game film. We're going to see that today. Tua's going to get a couple of reps today. Jack Strand, I expect to see a heavy dosage of him and possibly Cooper Rush today. I think that today's game is really going to be a vanilla game, and not even just vanilla. I think it's going to be one of these games where you really have to pay attention to the tea leaves. Who wants to be here and who doesn't? We got to also look at the roster that's going to be around for Denver and Atlanta right now. Talking about the Falcons at this point, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the depth chart for you guys so we can see exactly who's going to be playing for us tonight and who's not. We already know Tua's going to get some snaps, possibly, maybe not, depending on how that goes. But we do know we're going to see a Jack Strand sighting, and we're also going to see a lot of Cooper Rush tonight. But before we get into that, man, we want you guys to go ahead and tap into that like and subscribe button for us. We definitely would appreciate that from you guys and definitely look forward to it. Keep getting these likes to keep this on. So let's go ahead and talk about who's going to be on the roster for tonight. So for the Atlanta Falcons, we're going to have Drake London as a starter, Chris Blair, Antoine Wells, a.k.a. Juice Wells, that played at South Carolina and Ole Miss. Then you got Christian Wilkinson, who was just signed the other day after Troy Anderson was cut. Jake Matthews, Wanye Morris, and then you got Riley Malman in the reserve spot, one of the guys that I spotlighted who I think is definitely a good player. Bergeron, Hinton, Stuber, and then you got Robinson. You have starting tonight, you got Ryan Neisel starting tonight, Corey Levin, and then you have James Brockmeyer, the rookie out of Miami. When you really look at how this is going, this is actually one of the things that is going to be crucial for the Falcons right now. When you talk about this offensive line, we're talking about who's going to protect one of these quarterbacks that's back there, whether it's Penix, whether it's Tua. And when you look at it, we saw a lot of rust coming off of Jake Matthews this offseason. How much longer does he have? How much more does he have left in the tank? We'll find out this season. But getting back to it, at right tackle, you got Michael Jarrell. Then you have Brandon Walton. And then you also have Ethan Onawina. Onawa. I'm sorry. Ethan Onawa. I apologize for butchering the young man's name. And then you have Jawan Taylor, who's coming off the PUP list. And then at tight end, you have Kyle Pitts, Austin Hooper, Jack Velling. And then you have Charlie Warner, Josh Simon, and Nick Muse, who we just added to the roster. I think Simon's going to get a couple of good reps tonight, as well as Nick Muse and Hooper, and then possibly Jack Velling. Then you have Robinson and Robinson, of course. You have Tyler Goodson, Nathan Carter, Cash Jones, and Trey Sermon, local kid out of Atlanta who just got signed, NFL vet, Pittsburgh. Then you have at the quarterback, Tua, Rush, Strand, Penix. At the wide receiver position, you got Zacchaeus, Branch, Vinny Anthony II, Jahan Dotson, Dylan Drummond, and then you have Keelan Marion. Now, Going into the defensive side of the ball, you got Cam Thomas, Aziz Ojolari. JPJ is pretty much in the reserve situation. Mason Smith, Zach Harrison, Deshaun Hand, Maxwell, Titupulopu, Marlon Titupulopu. And then you have Lakel London, Chris Williams, Carlos Allen, Brandon Dorless, Samson Ebukam, Braylon Trice, Cam Sample, who we just picked up. Then you also have Devon Diablo, Caden Daniels, Josh Woods, Channing Tindall, Christian Harris, Perkins at this linebacker spot. Bertrand is a reserve, so he's not going to see the field. Then you have Deverian Rayner, and then at cornerback, AJ Terrell, CJ Henderson, Kobe Bryant, who I think we're going to see a lot of. You're going to see DeMarco Helms as well as Darren Hall, and you're going to see a little bit of Avion Terrell tonight. And then Darnay Holmes is going to be playing. Mike Hughes, as we said, Clark Phillips III is still here, and Mike Ford Jr., which is special teams. Of course, you're going to see Nick Folk, Jake Bailey, who we just signed, Liam McCullum, Brian Robinson Jr. is going to be a kick returner. You got Branch, Zacchaeus, and Goodson that's back there. And as a punt returner, we have Zach Branch is going to be returning punts as well with Zacchaeus Drummond and Jahan Dotson. So going through that whole roster and looking at what we have right now, I think one of the things that we really have to see is who's going to show up to play today. Who's going to show up to play? That is what it's going to be. It's a preseason game. I understand that guys are not going to be as motivated in certain aspects, but who's going to be the one to show up? Who's going to be the guy that is going to say, hey, I got to make this team. I got to make a play. I think the greatest example of guys that might not be starters right off the bat, but they win their jobs and get on the team. Terrell Davis is a big prop, he's always used as an example because 6th round pick, was playing bad in practice, makes the biggest hit over in Japan in a preseason game. That solidified the rest of his career at that point. Earned respect, earned a job. So tonight, who's going to be that guy that's going to step out on the field and that's going to make a play that could possibly change his career, whether that's with us or whether that's elsewhere? There are many ball players that definitely are in that spot where we have to see. What's going on, Monte Carlo? Welcome, welcome. Yes, yes. It has begun in your Shane Sung voice. Yes, yes. But I look forward to seeing what the running game is going to look like in this new offense. I want to see what 12 personnel looks like. I want to see if we're actually going to dial up pass rushes tonight to see the young guys fly to the football. I want to see a competitive game and shit, hell, I want to win. I don't give a damn if it's preseason. I want to win it all. I don't want to lose a game. Even though it doesn't matter, I really believe that the linebacking core definitely is getting ready to be dangerous because you have multiple backers and you have depth here that we didn't have at one point. I want to welcome the folks that just came through the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Still filing in. Listen, there's a link in here if you want to come in here and chop it up. This is not a normal show. This is actually geared towards the fans, as we say. This is what the pregame meal is. Come on in here, pull up a plate. Don't be shy. Talk about what you want to see, what you like to see in the future with this team right now. And the other thing you got to talk about is this JPJ situation. 8 games. How much of an effect does that have on this defense's pass rush now that Jalen Walker's out? And now that we know he's going to be gone, JPJ is going to be gone for 8 games. He's not going to be able to play. And truthfully, I think he got a blessing in disguise. Let's see if he can transition that and actually do a little something with it. Just going to be honest with you on that. I want to see if he's learned his lesson and is he going to be able to do that. But again, we have to see. So the next thing that we've got to talk about at this point is the Broncos. The Broncos are in a position now where they have a couple of new faces, but they don't have their true quarterback at this point. I think that they're going to be dangerous as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the Broncos through the preseason. They're going to have some starters to get a couple of reps, but they're not going to be playing. And the reason why they got to have those guys to have reps is because now we are in a spot where, how can I put it? We're in a spot where there are less preseason games at this point. And not just less preseason games at this point. You also have to look at how you're going to manage these guys getting good reps and being able to be in a position to where they're not going to get hurt. That is the biggest thing that you've got to look at this point. Oh, what's going on, Miss Pam? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And what's up to my dog, Zay? Zay Bo. Man, go ahead and grab this link, man. It's already in the chat. Get your butt up in here. Talk a little Falcon ball tonight, man. You love jumping on all the other shows. I need a little love tonight, my dog. Got to pop in with your boy for at least 5 minutes. I'm just messing with you, Zay. Appreciate you. Y'all tap in with my guy, Zay. He's got a lot of artwork, just like myself. Artists recognize art. Tip my cap to my brother. He does his things with graphics. Y'all tap into him if you need any business cards, things for commercials, or not just commercials, also just artwork for the house. So tap in with Zay in the bag. He's on X, and he also, as you can see him, he's in the chat right here. Hit him up. Definitely is very fair with his prices. He's out there in Baltimore, y'all, as he likes to say, home of them crab cakes that most people like. But what's going on, Fresh? What's going on, Bird is the word. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, so here's who else I look forward to see tonight, to actually see what he's going to do. And I want to see him with Jack Strand. I want to see Chris Blair. I said it last night. I want to see Chris Blair in the ball game. That's what I want to see. Chris Blair is one of those players that can do some things. He really can. And when you talk about the speed, you talk about not just the speed, you talk about the hands. He is a complete football player. And the best part about him being a complete football player is this. You know that he's going to come to work, win, lose, or draw. He's going to show up. That's a Prairie View alum. Shout out to Prairie View A&M. They're getting ready to kick off their season. They're another rival of my Southern Jags, but respect to those guys. And, you know, we doing a little something. Oh, T. Hill, what's happening? Hey, man, shout out to my guy, T. Hill. Definitely one of the voices of the Atlanta Hawks in a lot of different chats and a lot of different places. I appreciate you, T. Hill, for showing some love, man. I'm waiting for Uncle Chauncey to come through here. But getting back to it, I think Chris Blair is one of the most underrated players that we have on this roster. Most people are going to say, he's just this here. Here's the thing. Anytime his number is called, he produces. And that's huge for a guy that doesn't have one of the largest roles on this team. He knows his role and he plays. So it's one of those things. Coach Cam. What's going on, Dre? Dre, I told you this was going to happen. I don't know why you acted like this was not going to happen. I told y'all 6 to 8 games. Everybody tried to argue with me on that, and now people are pissed because of that. Roger Goodell had 2 other domestic violence situations that happened this offseason. I get your frustrations, my guy. I understand it, bro. But let's be real. If it probably wasn't some issues that might have happened right after JPJ with domestic violence, he might have got 4 to 6 games. But because of the fact that it was high profile at that point and you had other situations to take place right after, that wasn't going to slide. He's got to set a precedence at this point. And unfortunately, let's just say this here. JPJ is a recipient of that. At least he has a second chance. Could have been where Goodell could have said, the hell with it. I'm going to ban him from the league. I will take this all day over him being gone for the season. It sucks, but you know what? You still got Josh Jacobs from the Raiders. He hasn't gotten suspended yet. We're waiting to see what he's going to get. But again, JPJ is lucky that it's just 8 games. Y'all complaining about that. Hell, he was facing jail time. But everybody is mad about 8 games. I'll take 8 games over him going to jail and losing out on pay and not being able to at least play during this season. So we gotta listen. We gotta start being grateful for the things that we can't control, folks. This is a blessing. This is a blessing in the sky for him because he's still gonna be here. He's still situated. He's not going to jail, and he's gonna be able to be free. And here's the thing that I need for everybody to see: JPJ is going to be fresh for that second half of the season while a lot of our guys are going to be banged up. I want y'all to think about the advantage we got. I'm going to give you the glass half full. We already know what the glass was half empty. He's going to be coming back within the season, okay? And he's not going to have any wear and tear on his legs. That's crucial because he comes in fresh as a pass rusher, no dings, no nicks. He gets through the second half. Who's to say that we don't go on a run and you add him back to the fold? He could be one of the lead pass rushers along with Daniels as well as Perk. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing triple trouble with those three. That's just me. I see triple trouble with those three. Now, if you had Walker, everybody say the Three Musketeers. Nah, I'm gonna say I'm actually gonna sit back and say we call them the quartet, or we could call those boys the Four Horsemen. I'm gonna take a shout out to Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Barry Windham, and J.J. Dillon. We pretty much calling those boys the Four Horsemen when Jalen Walker gets back. I'm going back to my wrestling days, and for my wrestling fans from back in the day who rocked with Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen, hey, we have our own version of the Four Horsemen. They just a little bit on the darker side with a little bit of soul and a little bit of seasoning. That's all that is. But JPJ will be your Arn Anderson. He ain't talking. He just is an ass kicker. You got Daniels and you got Perkins, who play at a high level, and they got mean streaks. And let's be real, Jalen is nasty. He talk. But all I can say is at this point, we got our set of Four Horsemen. I'm happy that we got four guys here that can actually get after the quarterback. I'm just waiting to see how those young pups respond because they're going to get playing time tonight. Yeah, Auntie Pam, I'm just looking at it like this. It could have been the whole season. 8 games to me, I think, was fair and no jail time. I think he would take that all day. 8 games, no prison time or jail time. Hey, I'll wait for 2 months. I can still go out to eat. I still can work out. I still can have my freedom. I don't have to answer to the correction boss, that's the walking boss that's going through. Like, hey, it's a lot of stuff that we can be upset about. But again, we as Falcon fans got to stop crying about everything. Be happy that we have him here, because a lot of us, including myself, and I was very vocal about it, thought his ass was going to jail. I'm going to be real with you. I thought he was going to jail. But for him not to be able to go to jail, I'm happy about that. So now he can take his time, literally help the younger guys out that's coming in for now, from Daniels to Tyndall and all these guys that he's played in this defense. Help these guys get into place to make plays so we can go on a run. That's what I'm up on. What's going on, Jake? What's going on, Dre? Appreciate you coming through. Man, look, I got the link in the chat for you guys. I'm going to put it over here on X for the folks that are tuning in as well. Definitely appreciate all you guys for tapping in with us. And shout out to my guy, Uncle Said. He's over on X. He's a Bucks fan. We always go back and forth and whatnot, but guess what? He supports the channel, so you know that's my guy. He might talk a little trash, but he's definitely going to always tap in and make sure that he supports. So shout out to my guys, Zay, Keon, Tyree, Andre, all those guys over there, my man Flossie and Jordan Roberts. Many of those guys that are on X that actually retweet the show, we appreciate you. I didn't have time to type into the chat, but I'm giving you a vocal shout out on the pregame meal. So thank you. Let's get to it. So let's go ahead and pull up Denver's roster. And then, like I said, I'm going to drop the link over there too. What's going on, Big Dre? We got the pregame meal, man. All y'all can actually get in here tonight. We're going to do the pregame meal, and then we got the party line, the benediction later, and then I got the halftime show that I'll be doing tonight just to kind of do a little quick analysis, get the test run through. But we pretty much got from the Tennessean, as you can see. Excuse that. I normally don't have that up. We pretty much have the Denver Broncos roster. So you got J.K. Dobbins, R.J. Harvey, Tyler Batty, Jaleel McLaughlin, Cody Schrader, and Jonah Coleman. I'm just going to be honest with you. Dobbins probably isn't going to play. R.J. Harvey might get a carry or two, but I'm looking to see a Cody Schrader, a McLaughlin, and a Batty playing. Maybe Jonah Coleman gets a couple of carries, but I don't see the top two or three guys starting in that running back field. We know Bo Nix is not playing. Jarrett Stidham or Sam Ellinger is going to get the start tonight, as we already know. And then you got to look at the wide receiver core. You got Cortland Sutton, Pat Bryant, Hakeem Butler, Dane Key, Joseph Manjack, Kyle Dupree, Jalen Waddle probably won't play. We'll get to see a little Jordan Humphrey today. Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims, Michael Brady, Rowan, Cam Ross, and Kobe Caddis. I think we're going to see a lot of these guys that are on the back half. We're not going to see Sutton, Waddle, or Mims because they're the starters. But I think we're going to see this receiving core, but we'll definitely see if Sean Payton's going to be conservative or he's going to really try to go out here and win this game with his pretty much his practice players. At the tight end / fullback spot, better known as the H-back, you have Evan Ingram, Adam Tranum, Nate Atkins, Lucas Kroll, Caleb Lohner, Justin Jolly, Dallin Bentley, and then you have Adam Prentice. You're not going to see pretty much the first two tight ends. You're going to see probably three all the way down to the fullback. That's pretty much what you're going to see tonight. Offensive line, you got Bowles, Powers, Wattenberg, Mernitz, McGlinley, and then you got Gargulio, who's on the PUP list, who won't be playing tonight. We're not going to see their starters. We're going to see a lot of their backups. As I said before, I'm just going through what the roster is going to be. With their defense, you got Zach Allen, Jordan Jackson, Savion Jones, nose tackle DJ Jones, Jordan Miller, Christian Williams, Malcolm Roach. You have Ioma Arusi Key, and then you have Tyler Onyedem. So I made sure I got that right. Those are some tough names. And then at the outside linebacker, you got Nick Bonito, who probably won't get much PT tonight. Jonah Ellis, Q Robinson, Johnny Walker. Hell of a last name, by the way. Jonathan Cooper, Dondria Tillman, Drew Sanders, and Deshaun McCullum. We already know that the first two aren't going to start. You might see a little something on the inside pretty much after those guys. Singleton, Reed, Turner, Stranad, Bailey, Murdoch, and York. They're going to get some playing time. Pat Surtain probably won't play tonight. You're going to have Chris Abrams, Sean Fresh, Rico Holloman. Moss isn't going to get too much playing time. Jade Barron's going to play. Brent Austin. And then you got Reese Taylor and Jaquan McMillan at the nickel spot. So you're going to see a little bit of rotation there. At the safety spot, of course, you're not going to see Jones or Huffnagger. You're going to see Key, Scott, Skinner, Anderson, Robertson. And, of course, he's got Will Lutz, who was with him down in New Orleans, who was with Sean Payton in New Orleans. Crawshaw is going to be the punter. With the return man, you got Marvin Mims, Brady, Ross, Beatty, RJ Harvey, McLaughlin, and Kobe Caddis. So that's pretty much what we have for them at this point. So I see a few things that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a vanilla game. We're going to see a lot of tight end play, and it's really going to be interesting to watch these guys go back and forth in this ball game. Anytime you got a chance to put your foot between Sean Payton's hip pockets, you do it. He's been an enemy for years. So at this point, I just want to beat him any way that we can. I can't stand Sean Payton. To hell with Sean Payton. But while I'm sitting here talking about it, hey, we got to pay some bills. We had some phone calls earlier today from some special guests that are going to tap in with us at this next event that we got coming up. Y'all tap in. Be right back. The Birdcage LLC looks to do it again. We got the Falcons Steelers watch party September the 13th, 2026. What location do you say? At Dave & Buster's in Marietta, Georgia.
Now hand me about 4 or 5 little biscuits. I sure am hungry.
On the game day menu, there will be sliders, wings, fries, bottomless non-alcoholic drinks, but we also have a cash bar for those who want to get their drink on, and also we have a full-fledged menu with waiters and waitresses that are going to take your orders. Also, we have on the ones and twos DJ Swats in the building. We're going to have former ball players to come through to the party. Your ticket also registers you for a raffle giveaway. Hey, we got to hit this thing hard like we hit the Saints. Make sure you get your tickets. You don't want to miss. You know how we get down.
You either get right or you get left. Go.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. We're back. Or as we say down south, we bike. Hey, man. But anywho, let's get back to it, fellas. Ladies, I'm at the point right now where I'm just feeling good all the way around. I know it's an old song, but I had to break it out yesterday. Just feeling is good because it's going to be some people that might need this today. Hold on, y'all.
I'm supposed to stop, but I can't. I'm a dog. I love, and I'm addicted to money. Do it big then.
Hey, man, we getting ready to do it big tonight. First kickoff in a long time. We know it's going to be a lot of people who are definitely going to be partying their butts off. We already know how that goes. And I think that one of the beautiful things about the whole thing is this. If you can actually put yourself in a position to enjoy this ball game with no expectations, what are y'all looking for? Y'all can answer this in the chat. How do you as fans want to have the experience when you finally get a good team in the building? And what do you look for in this team? It's just a little something I want to ask just to start off with. We got a preseason game. It's a Friday night. You know, everything ain't closed until late anyway, especially if the Falcons win. New era starting. As my man G.A. Georgia, Texas boy says all the time, shout out to him and his podcast. He's doing the damn thing over there. Let's be real, y'all. If the Falcons win tonight, it's going to be a lot of hope and it's going to be a lot of narratives push. Rightfully so. Everybody wants to have something to be excited about right now. And there's nothing wrong with being excited. But I say let the system flow. Let it work. Understand, it's preseason. Enjoy the win if we get it. And be pissed if we lose. But I believe we'll win this game. I think we got a lot of firepower. And Denver has firepower too. But I think our backups I think we have great depth from backups that were starters at one point or got a lot of playing time in other organizations. The only thing I want to happen in this game, nobody gets a serious injury, period, on both sides. Because right now, during the preseason and at this point, this is the most critical part of your season. It's not when you get into the season because guys are going to get hurt. It's before the season starts that you got to worry. Because if guys get hurt before then, that wrecks a lot of things and you have to go back to the drawing board and figure it out before the season starts. Now, if a guy gets hurt during the season, you have other guys that are going to be able to slide in behind him and they already have that chemistry right off the bat. And depending on how this goes, you might have to bring in a free agent. This is why you don't spend all your money. You always have, as the old people say, you always got to have money stashed away for a rainy day. And when you look at the Falcons at this point, depth was the one thing that hurt us in a lot of years, especially this year. I'm looking at the fact that we need to have cohesiveness, need to have vigilance on the field, and we need to be alert, period. Hustle plays. You know, I want us to be the team that does the dirty work. I don't want us to be the pretty boy team. I don't want us to be the fly-by-night team. I want us to be the team that's going to kick your ass. That's how I see it. We see you lined up, and we're just going to pretty much put our foot in your ass. That's what I want to see. I want to see nasty, aggressive play. I'll take a flag here and there. If the penalty is well worth it, if you're setting the tone, I'll take that. But at the same time, I need you to play smart football too. The guys that are trying to keep jobs and maintain, you got to play smart, but you also got to be aggressive and nasty. That's what I need to see. I don't want to see no patty cake. Hey, man, that's my boy. We went to college together. No, wrong. I need to see attitude. I need to see my offensive line getting to the second level, pushing the linebackers into the hot dog vendors. I need to see my wide receivers literally shaking corners and safeties out of their jock straps, or as the old people say, that jockey strap, boy. I want to see them shaking them. I need them shaking them doggone DBs like the girl shake at Magic City in platform heels. That's what I need. Pause. I need them to shake them. Just gonna be real with you on that. I want to see cohesion on the offense. I'm not worried about the defense, but players that I want to see have a little something. Braylon Trice. 2 years here in Atlanta. I need to see him step up now. It's pretty much a make it or break it year for him. And everybody's like, oh, well, I know injuries happen. Jalen Walker just blew his knee out. But guess what? He's going to be held to a certain standard because he's a first-round pick. I get it. But Trice was supposed to be and is a pass rush specialist. Can he get through the preseason healthy? Can he get to the season? That is the biggest question. Because if he gets there, all right, let's lay all the chips down and all the dominoes on the table. I want to see if this young man is everything that he's advertised, because beat writers can say what the hell they want to say. Practice is one thing, but it's different when you're competing against someone that has a beard, a car seat in the back of the car, a mortgage. They got to pay their side chick. They got to take care of mama and them. I need to see what he's going to be able to do against those guys. Preseason, I just want him to survive. But I got to see what he's going to do in the regular season if he gets to that. But I got Miss Pam with a comment. We're going to go ahead and tap into it. I'm looking to see how Tommy Rees runs the offense. I look forward to competition at all positions. I would love the Falcons to win so they can have a winning altitude. I agree. My thing is this. I still don't trust Tommy Rees, even after the postseason. Even after the preseason. I need to see this brother in the season when the game is on the line, people's nerves are bad. You got like about 6 or 7 people that's taking shots to keep their nerves calm, and people cussing, fussing, and drinking beer. I want to see what he does when he performs in the clutch, because everywhere that he's gone, he struggled. But he's got a new slate. He's here in Atlanta with more weapons. Can he get it done? Alex Van Pelt. As an OC, he was a little shaky. But as a quarterback coach, he was very good, because you see what Drake May's been doing. I'm not worried about Bill Callahan. Hell, he got a team to a Super Bowl, and he was the offensive coordinator for the Raiders when they lost to the Patriots, unfortunately, with the Tuck rule. So again, I'm fine when I got 2 veterans in the room with a guy that's trying to figure out how to call plays. That is what we should have had last year. But now that we have that this year, I like my chances of being able to put up more points on defenses this year. We just have to get consistency in the quarterback room. Because if Tua's not going to be that guy, hell, Penix has got to get cleared. If Penix doesn't get cleared, I've been calling for Jack Strand since he's been here. I spotlighted him earlier this year. I talked about him. I got laughed at when I talked about him. But the funny part about it is he's taking first-team reps now. I'm not saying that he's going to be a Joe Montana or a Terry Bradshaw, but damn it, I would love for him to be either at least half as good as either one of those guys. Just going to be honest. He can throw the football. He's not as fleet of foot as what you would think, like a Michael Vick or a Penix. But the thing is, if he gets going, it's hard to bring a guy like that down. And this is how it's funny, because he actually talked about the fact that he didn't imagine himself playing in the NFL. He didn't. He actually wanted to have a job at NASA. So that should tell you how highly intelligent the dude is. He pretty much was going to have an internship with NASA, but he turned it down when the Falcons gave him a call. So he's going to always have a job. The question is, how long will he be with the Falcons, or how long will he be in the NFL? I think he'll be in the NFL for a minute, because he's got the tools to be a good quarterback. Hell, I can even fringe and say great if he actually gets experience, because of what we've seen. The arm talent is there. Being able to put the ball in different places is there. We just have to see what really is going to happen when the lights are bright and he's in the midst of live fire. We'll find out tonight. Another guy that I'd love to see tonight, I have to see. I had to see Kobe Bryant tonight. He finished off the season pretty solid, but we have to see what he's going to bring to the table tonight. If Kobe can actually put it together physically, because Kobe got a little bit more weight on him now, but if he can bring it together physically, I think Kobe can actually be an advantage for us having better depth on this defense. Mike Hughes is pretty much fighting to keep his job, because he's got 2 guys that's behind him that's hungry. He saw what Kobe could do last year. He saw what Kobe could do and what he had flashes of. Now, you've got to look at not just Kobe, you've got to look at AJ Terrell's little brother. You still have CJ Henderson here. It's a lot of talent in this room for that number 2 spot. A lot of talent. And I like it. Only reason AJ's not getting challenged is because he signed that big contract. He signed the big contract. So nobody's going to mess with him. But Mike Hughes, you're not safe. Might have had, we got you here, but you're not safe. You got to stay healthy and you got to produce. When he's healthy, he's good. And I'm not going to hate on him like that because every time that he's played bad, he's either coming off an injury or he got hurt. One of the two. But what I will say is this. You slip up if you want to, you won't have a job. And y'all can bookmark this. And I'm even going to keep receipts on myself when I say this. I think Kobe going to take his job one day, even with the money that they paid him. So go ahead and book the receipts for me.
I got all the receipts. Got them all.
That's what I see. But I like healthy competition. A lot of people think Avion Terrell is going to be the number 2 corner. It's a beautiful story. I don't give a damn about the brotherly love. I want the man to produce. I think he has the intangibles to be a good nickel corner, but I wouldn't trust him as a 2. Period. He got to win. He got to earn that for me. And I know a lot of people say all the locals that rock with him, you hating. No. I said Kobe had to prove it. I said a lot of players had to prove it. He's got to prove it. Your brother made a name for himself. You have to make a name for yourself this year. I'm not high on it. Wasn't high on it when he was drafted. I felt like Brandon Seeks, who was at South Carolina, was the better corner. But Green Bay got him. But, hey, he's our guy. He's here. He rocking this. Hey, Avion, let's get after it, young buck. Make me a believer. Make me a believer, please. I'm begging you to. Because the better you play, the better chance we got at getting one of those rings. That's what I'm looking at. We got a chance to actually do something with young buck and some of the pieces we have here. But you got to put in that work. We see you putting it in practice, but we want to see what it looks like in the game. That's one of my guys that he got to show me something. So y'all can cash it. I said it.
I got all the receipts. Got them all.
Putting receipts out on it. Now, here's the thing that kind of threw me off. Channing Tindall, and I'm speaking on defense as well as the offense. Channing Tindall had a solid start at his camp. Solid. But the problem was he started to fall off. Now, he's not going anywhere. He's going to still be here. But can he consistently bring it? That is the question. Can he consistently bring it? Because right now, the way that we're sitting back paying attention and the way that we're looking at it, I really think that this dude really is very underrated as an outside linebacker, and I think he can bring a lot to the table. But what I'd like to see is this man really put on for his linebacker spot. Now, you've been hiding for months. Now, see, this is actually a fan segment. You can come in here. I dropped the link. Ain't no need for you to sit there and start talking that mess. I'm calling you out with the BS meter. We started the BS meter in the birdcage last night with Fandemic. Pharaoh, you getting this here. Ain't no hating over here. You always say I'm hating because he light-skinned. Look, my favorite player on this defense at one point was light-skinned, and that's Jesse Bates. We got to stop this. I can't let you get away with that one. But shout out to my man Pharaoh over at We Talk Hawks TV, our country cousins, Damon, Alien, Foot, many of those folks, John Harris, who's literally everywhere else. But I got to stop you on that BS, Pharaoh. You got to get the hell up out of here with that light skin stuff. I'm telling you.
This is a sick Negro.
Yes, you are. But getting back to it, man, I really need to see what the young buck is going to bring to the table. Because Channing Tindall's not that old. He was literally on that Georgia championship team 5 years ago in 2021 before he went to the Dolphins. I think he has a chance to solidify himself as an outside linebacker and a good rotational piece for us, but he has to remain healthy. That is the biggest thing because we know that he can play. That's not the problem. The problem is, can he stay healthy and can he be consistent? Because he started to fall off after a couple of weeks. I just want to see consistency. Christian Harris, Great linebacker at Alabama. Got to the league. Has been battling injuries. Ladies and gentlemen, do you guys see what the narrative is? There's a lot of injury-riddled players that we brought in. Think about that. A lot of guys that's been battling serious injury coming back. But there's something in their game that this organization believes in. I don't know what they do. I can't say. But we shall see. So the next thing I got to ask everybody, because we're talking about certain players that we expect to see things from. Here's the one thing that actually kind of scares me. What scares me is this. We got Nick Folk, 85% kicker his whole career. He's inside, so it shouldn't be a problem. He's definitely dangerous inside, but he's also kicked outside in New York. He's kicked in Buffalo in some of the worst weather. And if you've ever been to Buffalo, New York, even on a sunny day, it is windy as hell. Going in between Buffalo and the Canadian border, it's windy as hell where Buffalo is. And it's a beautiful place. Don't get it twisted. It just sucks in the wintertime because of all the snow. But it's a very beautiful place right on the Canadian border and where you can see Niagara Falls. But it's windy. But we got a kicker that can kick in all conditions. Rain, sleet, snow. He's done it all. This is what I meant. And even though they did he's a little seasoned, I always say get kickers that have kicked in all elements. If you want a football player that can kick, get a guy that has kicked in the cold, the rain, the snow. Hell, that's why I said anything that comes out of Iowa, Notre Dame, places like that, I'll take them. And everyone's like, why would you do that? I need to have guys that can kick in foul weather because you never know. And some people don't understand it's not just kicking the ball. There are certain things that come along with it. Now that we have a consistent veteran here that doesn't miss much, the third phase of the game, I think, can help us probably get 9-10 wins. Because we're going to be in a lot of close dogfights this year. A lot of close dogfights. The question is, can we cash in on these dogfights and make those wins? And if we make these wins happen, how do we move forward when it comes to the playoffs? Hell, just taking over this division. It's a crying shame that we got to hear from Swamp Rats, a.k.a. the New Orleans folks, that raggedy fan base. And then we got to hear from Buccaneer fans, them damn puddle pirates. Hey, I'm the only one that's saying that if you wasn't in the Navy or the Coast Guard, you can't use that term. I'm using it because I'm making it a little derogatory towards the Yucks. And then you got the Pussycats, a.k.a. the House Cats of Carolina. I don't call them the Panthers. I call them the House Cats. And when you look at it, it's kind of like, here, kitty, kitty, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. That's how I look at them. They don't put no fear in me. I think they're going to be a tough team, but they don't put no fear over here. But making light out of the jokes, we got to really take advantage of this division. You can get in the playoffs with an 8-9 record. That was awful. Awful. But when you look at the NFC West, everybody is in 10 wins won't even get you in the playoffs in that division. Think about that. 10 wins. Everybody had 11, 12, 13 wins, some 14 wins in that division. That right there should tell you how the mighty have fallen. We just get in if you win the division, no matter how ugly the record is. Just get in the playoffs. I just say if we can at least go 4-2 or 5-1, hell, nice to sweep the division. But before we get back to it, man, I got somebody who getting ready to come up in here. One of my guys. We got Turbo in the building. What up, Turbo? Run it back.
What's good? What's good?
I got to run it back sound for you. We rewinding it right here. Here you go. Run it back. There we go. What's up, man?
Man, excited. Kickoff in Atlanta. Wish I was going to be there. But fortunately I'm not this time. But yo, let's cook, man. I see you got banana pudding, the fried chicken, the macaroni and cheese up there, the yams,
Hey,
the green.
I do what I can, bro. I do what I can.
What's up, Birdcage family? I know y'all hadn't seen me in a while. Your boy is still in the background. We still supporting. We still a team. Buy the tickets. We got this party coming, man. I got to plug this party. I know Ryan don't took care of it, but I gotta plug the party. Y'all do not want to miss this party, man. Come on out. Support your favorite podcast. You ain't gotta worry about nobody getting mad because other podcasts gonna be there too. Come out, support us. We'll see
Facts.
y'all there. Dave
Hey
and
man.
Buster's the 13th night, 9/13, I believe. If I'm
Yes,
correct.
sir. And here's the funny part, like we say, look, and for y'all that ain't, and look, for y'all that's got the devil on y'all shoulder on God's holy day, as well as the Falcons day, hey, just know we do have a list of whatnot that we keeping tabs on. So if you full of BS and we know you ain't getting in. We letting you know that now. If you're full of BS, we ain't letting you getting in. Cause we definitely want to keep it safe. Cause like I said, we got some passionate fans, but damn, we got some fans that take it a little bit past being passionate to violence. And we can't have that. Say that for them New Orleans. Hey, say that for the Saints when y'all go down to New Orleans, please.
Exactly. I'll say that for the sake when they come out of our stadium talking trash. That
Exactly.
when
Don't
we
bring
get up
that over
on
there with us.
yeah, don't beat them up in the stadium because I want you to be able to come back and support us later. But when they walk
Fact.
out and hit that bridge, walk across in front of CNN, oh yeah, it's on then.
Hey, you sit there talking about his own at that point, boy. Hey, all you can sit back and do is just look at that when you see them fish flying. It's just
Nasty.
I don't want to. That's gonna be the one thing I don't want to see this year, bro. I hated seeing we got a guy that was in our fan base got beat up by a Saints fan in our stadium. If you remember that,
Hey,
that was awful.
yes, and
And
ain't
all the
nobody
Falcon
bust
fans
a
stood
great.
around and watched.
I the only caveat I would put to that, maybe they ain't want to get kicked out. But man, there's so many cameras. If y'all just would have broke the fight up, y'all could at least broke it up.
Hey,
Y'all let Buddy get stomped out, man. That sounds like
my
an old ATL club song. I can't remember who little Buddy in the club. He should have came by himself. Pastor Troy.
hey,
Yeah,
hey, this just
yeah, that was thinking of.
hey, hey, Turbo, this just how it go, man. See, if I see that happening, I'm just like, how did the old song go?
No can do, I can't go for that.
I can't go for that. I can't go for that. No can do. Just like the song say.
Hey,
I can't go
hey,
for that. Oh no.
hey, Lil Duval do it too. Duval, he famous for that. Can't go for that. Can't go.
I'm letting you know now. Hey, look, listen, I've left a lot of things alone, but I'd be damned if I let somebody get jumped on in my stadium that's got on Falcon paraphernalia. I at
Can't,
least
man.
gotta
I
bring it up.
can't do it, man. Somebody should have threw some water, something, trip somebody, something.
Hey man, hit him in the head with a
Ah,
piece of popcorn or that cheap hot dog that we got.
I know, right?
Hey man, it ain't nothing but $2. It ain't gonna kill you.
Yeah, you can go get another one.
Oh
So,
man. But
uh,
but no lies though,
uh,
man. So what do you expect out of this ball game? What would you like to see at this point? You know what I'm saying? And talk a little bit about the James Pierce Jr. 8-game suspension, man, because you know he's missing. You know it's gonna cost him $446,000, $664 in his base salary, but Atlanta's gonna recoup at least $982,528 of his signing bonus because of the conduct violation. So you damn near getting $1 million back.
all right. First and foremost with this, the historian, me, I think Graybeard, we all said he was getting suspended. So that's first off. Two, we estimated half the season. Two, correctly. So,
It
boom.
was Coach
That's
Cam.
next.
Let me make sure I correct you on that.
Okay.
Look, he calls himself the original Great Beard. Him and old boy got something going on with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So you got to be careful when you say
I,
Gray Beard, man.
I ain't gonna say why his beard gray, but it might be in reference to Kanye West. She just bleached something, so he got bleach on his beard. So
Go
Anyway, I
ahead and
got your
finish.
back.
I'm sorry.
I got your back, Graybeard. But man, I'm I'm happy for the youngin that he was able to keep his career. Cause everybody doesn't get the chance to make it to the NFL. First off, but I'm also mad with him, bro. You just had one of the best rookie seasons as defensive end, and you go and mess it up over a female. That ain't P, player. You ain't keep it P, man. You got money. He could have called me up, bro. I would have took you down to Columbia or somewhere. I could have put you on something, bro. Call your boy. I don't even need no ticket to the game. You got to pay for my way. Just holler at me. I got you, James. But I'm glad to know that, hey, we get him back. He got 8 weeks, well, more than 8 weeks. Well, we got that's 11 weeks pretty much. He got to hone himself, get angry, and be ready to attack when he come back. He deserved every bit of them 8 games, though. Don't. I ain't taking. He deserved every bit of that. That's what I estimated about 8 to 9 games, but he deserved every bit of it because at this level, you can't have these type of optics on you, and you got to conduct yourself at a higher level. And the reason why you are somebody idol. Once you put on an NFL football jersey and you start a game or play in the game and just make one significant play, you are some kid's idol somewhere. Some kid wants to be you at some point. And that's not just a football player. That's any athletic sport. That's even our rap stars and singers. I wish more of us thought like that once you become a public figure, you are somebody's idol and you should carry yourself like the cameras are on you 24/7. Always carry yourself like that. And even for us regular people who the camera is not on, I carry myself like I'm the biggest star ever. And doing that keeps me on my game. I don't want to be the person stand on this podcast along with my other illustrious guests and act as though I don't do no wrong, which we all do, but I try to hold myself accountable before that wrong gets out of hand. And that's my biggest message. I hope he learns in this. Hold yourself accountable and be accountable before it hits the spotlight and get you in trouble. And it ain't about, you ain't got to live scared. You can be yourself, but just hold yourself accountable and think for 2 seconds before you blow up or go off the deep end.
At this point, you got to. You know what I'm saying? All I can say is at this point, I think one of the things that's the most dangerous at this point is when he comes back. I think what's going to be scary about the whole thing is this, bro. You're getting him back. We got to make sure he's in game shape so he doesn't get hurt. You get what I'm saying? Got to make sure we keep him right. But the dangerous thing is he's coming back and he's going to have a full tank of gas and he's not going to be nicked up. You're going to have him for a 9-game stretch. You get what I'm saying? While everybody's a little banged up and beat up, he's coming in fresh. That's going to be major.
Yes, if he can bring that last year season start late, that means he can easily carry that through the playoff with no problem. And if we get a first round bye, that just make it even better.
Facts. And that's the scary part about the whole thing is you got Brandon Dorless, who's still this is supposed to be his breakout year. They already calling Deshaun Hand Kingpin in the middle. And like I told, and what's funny, remember when I told you we took Harold Perkins, I said Brian Kelly screwed that kid at LSU. You don't go from being all first team SEC and, he got hurt, blew his knee out, unfortunately, comes back. They're playing him in coverage, bro. This man is a pass rush specialist and he will go tackle ball carriers. Kendall Daniels, same thing. He's a guy that was a safety but moved the linebacker. And, that's why I'm like, you got two guys that are like, you got two jack in the boxes, bro. They're both very intense guys. They're big, but they're two different players. You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And remember this. See, if I got to compare Kendall Daniels to anybody, For my old school Falcons, Joel Williams. For my new school Falcons, that would be your boy. That would be your boy, Devondre Campbell. That is who he like. And I'm not saying it because he got dreads. I'm saying because of the intensity that he brings. He can cover and he can hit. Remember, Devondre Campbell was a safety / outside linebacker in a lot of packages coming out of college himself, out of Minnesota.
He was low key one of my favorite Falcons back then. I hate it. We let him go.
And think about it. You remember one of our former Birdcage members that used to argue with me all the time about Foye Oluokun? One of our former coaches that used to be on here with us.
Mm-hmm.
And what's funny, Foye Oluokun still tearing it up down there in Jacksonville. Think about that. Still tearing it up in Jacksonville right now. And
he was always leading us in tackles.
Thank you. And I was told he wasn't that good. He's always lagging. No, that man done led 2 different organizations and tackles and then made the Pro Bowl multiple times.
If you're not a ball hawk and can't find the ball, you ain't leading in tackles.
And remember this, he was a safety that played outside linebacker and could play middle linebacker. That's what people forget. He was a safety in college and ran a 4.4. So Kendall Daniels is literally coming in here and is going to be really doing the same thing that Devondre Campbell did and also Foye Oluokun. You're going to see that. If he stays healthy and continues to get reps with the first team, that's what we're going to get. But, man, Turbo, tell the folks where they can find your page because it's 3 minutes till kickoff. We're going to get out of here at 7 o'clock on time. And then, halftime show. And then we got the party line or the benediction, which I'm not trying to have tonight.
It's still the party line, man. We're going to celebrate. We're going to keep it positive always.
It's the party line stuff.
Man, it's the party line because our birds is back, man. The birds is back.
I need a win for the part. Look, I need a win before I start frying all this chicken because I ain't frying no chicken for no funeral. Stop that.
Hey, man. But my personal page where you can find me for all things cars, to get some inspiration to work on your own personal car. Is One Gun Auto Garage, which is listed below my name here. That's on Instagram and YouTube. My uploads, I got some stuff to put out. I just been tired of actual physical projects that I ain't had time to edit. Plus my little man, he growing, so I'm watching him, playing with him. We doing a lot of activities together. I had him handing me the tools here soon. He close, not quite. But that's where y'all can find me at, man. And if you possibly got a car that I worked on, you see a video and I come up, message me. I answer pretty fast when I have the time. You might need your car worked on. Message me. You can drive down to me at Macon, or I can come to you. If I have to come to you in the noon, there is $100. I said that correct. $100 travel fee. Gas is not cheap. Plus time. But I will come and service your car for you. And I'm gonna end with that. Let Brian take it out for this last minute. Glad to see y'all. Hey, I need my to go play too, Brian. Ryan, my baby. And I'm out, man.
Hey, man, appreciate you coming through, Turbo. My guy, Turbo, running back, always comes through. One of our guys that works behind the scenes that most people don't see too much of. But, hey, we definitely appreciate you guys for tapping in with us for the pregame meal. We got you covered for the ball game coming up. Halftime report will be shown at halftime, of course, depending on when it gets through. But, hey, man, y'all be blessed. Let's enjoy this game. Let's get this dub, man. I want to fry some lemon pepper wings and some regular buffalo wings. I got the stuff in the back, man. We don't need no funeral. We need some happiness. Man, y'all be blessed. We'll catch you next time in the pregame meal. Ghost.